Launch day. The deploy is green. The status checks say 200. Every page loads. And the app is completely broken, twice in two different ways in the same afternoon. This company's product, a SaaS dashboard built almost entirely by AI agents, went to production on day one with two bugs that every automated check waved straight through. I'm going to show you both of them, because the interesting part isn't that AI wrote a bug. It's where the bugs hid, in the exact gap between the checks passed and a human actually looked. Context, fast. The product is a creator dashboard. Clients, their content, a review pipeline. It was built in one day as Slice 1, a deliberately thin first cut, real database, real UI, real deploy, minimum everything else. The build itself ran sub-agent style. One agent wrote the spec, another turned it into an implementation plan, others executed the plan task by task, with tests along the way. And the tests passed, genuinely. That part worked. Hold that thought, because the tests passed is about to do a lot of heavy lifting it can't actually support. Bug 1. The app is a single-page app, one HTML file, JavaScript does the routing, which means the server needs one rule. Whatever path someone asks for, hand them the index page and let the app figure it out. The AI added that rule, and the rule worked, too well, because whatever path someone asks for includes the path to the app's own JavaScript. Follow the loop. Browser asks for the page, gets HTML. HTML says, now fetch the script. Browser asks for the script, and the catch-all rule hands it, the HTML page again. The app was serving itself instead of its code. An app that eats its own JavaScript cannot boot. Blank screen. Here's the vicious part. Every single request in that death spiral returned status 200. Okay. The page, 200. The broken script, 200. It's a successful response. It's just the wrong file. Any monitoring that checks status codes saw a perfectly healthy app that no human being could actually use. The fix was small. Use the modern rewrite rule that checks for real files first, so actual assets always win. But no status check would ever have found it. Finding it required asking a different question. Not did it respond, but is the thing it responded with actually JavaScript? Fixed, redeployed, and still blank. Bug 2, same afternoon, completely different species. The app needs two configuration values to reach its database. They were set on the hosting platform, correctly, verified, present. But they were stored as sensitive values, write only. You can set them, you can never read them back. And this project's build flow compiles the app locally before uploading. When the build pulled the config down to compile with, the platform politely handed back the variable names with empty values. The secrecy feature did its job. The build baked two empty strings into the bundle and shipped an app with no database address. And again, the deploy was green. The page returned 200. It even rendered a perfectly styled, perfectly empty shell, logging configuration missing, into a console nobody was watching. The fix: inject the values explicitly at build time, and then, this is the part that became a rule, verify the value actually exists inside the live bundle, on the real deployed URL, not in a local file. Trust nothing you can't read back. 2 bugs, 1 day, 0 failed checks. That's the actual story. Tests pass and works in production are 2 different claims, and the distance between them is exactly where both bugs lived. The tests exercised the code. Neither bug was in the code. One was in a routing rule the tests never touched. One was in a build pipeline the tests never saw. So the studio's rule now, written into the internal knowledge base the same day, filed as gotchas so no agent makes either mistake twice, is verification means opening the real deployed app in a real browser and watching it actually work. Fetch the script and check it's actually JavaScript. Check the config actually made it into the bundle. Click the buttons. Both bugs were caught in minutes once someone did exactly that. Both would have survived forever behind green dashboards if nobody had. This is the dashboard our creator clients see. Bugs found, fixed, and documented in public, because that's the deal on this channel. Next episode, the day we realized we'd left the doors open. Subscribe, and if you're a creator who wants this machine clipping your streams, creatorclips.xyz is the front door.